Hello, everyone. As my mouse decides to click in and out, I gotta figure out what's going on with my little hub. But once again, we are the Dungeoneers of Depravity. There's actually 3 of us this time. Count them. 1, 2, 3.
2.5.
2 point. How? How does she count as half?
Oh, no. I was talking about you.
Oh.
2.5.
I like how both of you just assumed it was Danny that was.
No, I was saying it was you.
How do I count as 2.5, and how do you count as 2.5? Like, we all assume different things here.
I count him as 2.5 because he's half a man. He had a vasectomy.
That's true.
Like a weird symbiote creature.
Yeah.
Highly recommended for every male out there. Kids are the worst.
Yeah, it's true. They cause problems. They're dirty. They make a lot of noise. And they cost money. God, they cost so much money.
They break
things.
It
turns out that our kid did, in fact, break her wrist.
Oh.
Both.
But wait, what do you mean both?
He fell off the monkey bars, man, and just went...
And sucks at everything.
Just sucks at life, just like Daddy does. Perfect. Well, based
Daddy's never broken a bone, except for his hand, finally.
That's a bone!
Yeah,
yes, no, I hadn't broken a bone before that in my entire life.
And you ripped your shoulder out of its socket, so I don't want to hear it.
That wasn't a bone.
You permanently damaged the ligature in your shoulder. I don't want to hear it.
If you don't do that, are you really living life?
Yes, you can. You can live your life without doing permanent damage to your body.
Yeah, it hurts.
Danny just shredded her shoulder up today.
I didn't shred it. It probably just left on it.
It's obliterated.
I didn't shred it. Anywho,
it's probably fine.
Now that we've gone down the giant rabbit hole of parentdom and the trials and tribulations of it, let's get back to the thing at hand, which is our recap. And the shenanigans that ensued. Yeah, good Lord, I cannot mouth today. So, what happened is we finally got an introduction of the big glowing woman who, I guess, Fleck immediately was like, oh, giant woman, this is my love interest now.
Yes. I was the one who said that.
Yes, I know. I was actually kind of hoping... So we're shipping them. We're shipping the celestial being and Aaron's character.
Yes, it's sort of like Lady and the Tramp. It's just interdimensional magic deity, big woman, and Fleck, who gets kicked out of bars.
Yeah, Fleck, who is forever. I wonder if you guys are ever going to visit a city where Fleck doesn't get himself thrown out of a bar, like really ever.
I feel like it's part of his character. Like it's
worse.
Ingrained. He didn't get kicked out of a bar. He burned the whole city down. Yeah, but he didn't get kicked out of the bar.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you got ahead. You got some more cryptic information, and you were kind of tasked with finding the newest member of your party, which after a rousing session of go away, all right, I've had enough, now I'm hitting you in the head with a mace. Our newest party member introduced herself, so go ahead, Danny.
I mean...
What'd you think of your first session?
It was fun.
You got to break someone's collarbone.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't plan anything. I just was had a base idea of kind of what I wanted to be. And the situation presented itself, and there she was born.
Smashing.
Literally.
Smashing.
So, yeah. So, Rose has officially become part of the party. We've been talking about adding more party members, which there is another one on his way, but he's still got a little over a month before he'll be joining us, probably. Which I'm looking forward to because I cannot wait to see the general demeanor of everyone's characters when this individual happens to wander in.
Palisier, for someone who can be very personable and manipulative, is not a fan of having to be around people. He likes to choose to be around people.
I can't imagine why the manipulator who likes people at his own discretion, would have problems with being forced onto an airship with a bunch of very happy, friendly people, aside from Null, who is possibly Palasir's favorite person because he leaves him alone the most.
Yes, by far. He is by far. And maybe Dargo. Dargo also leaves him alone. He
Well,
did,
yeah, because
punch him one time, though.
Dargo, well, yeah, you deserved it.
I'm not saying that he didn't. I'm saying that he got punched.
Yes. Well, that's because Dargo is just like quite literally along for the ride, because he's like, well, this is my safest option until I find something else. So, yeah.
How is this the safest option?
Well, considering the situation he was in, it was that or the city that was under attack from a species no one has seen before. So, yeah, I think the people that are in charge of a ship that seems to like them... as much as an AI does like you guys, I'm not sure.
I think the ship's AI is probably Palasir's favorite character.
Yeah, he can't touch you. Not really.
Well, he can with his demon spiders.
I think
literally became a demon spider in this last session.
Yeah, that's your own. Once again, that is your own fault because you decide, you know what, I'm gonna make a warlock. Let's go ahead and choose the most evil being as the guy I worship.
Yeah.
Like, this could have gone...
such a strong word. It gives me my power, and I'm terrified of it.
I thought eventually by the end of this campaign, I envisioned, like, maybe Palasir would have some one-up on Asmodeus, but it just seems like Asmodeus is going to cause you to become this quivering mush of a man by the end of it.
Anybody that thinks they would act differently in those situations is lying to themselves.
I just like how out of everyone else has had like interactions with various other beings, and it's fairly nice and, you know, warm and fuzzy. And then there's Palasir, who's just continuously experiencing PTSD.
Surprise dicks! No!
Don't push it past Asmodeus, sir.
I will not. This one was still slightly better than the barbed wire.
Yeah, flaming barbed wire was pretty much like the worst thing I've had him do to you so far.
Thus far, yeah. I think it'll only get worse.
Oh, it has to get worse because, I mean, if you gain more power, he's going to be like, oh, well, now I have to definitely make sure I keep this guy in check.
I did get some new utility stuff, upgrading to level 5, which I'm really excited about. Danny's starting at level 5, so she got to pick some cool stuff as a cleric. I'm excited to see where we go after this with our first combat having a cleric in the party.
Well, and you guys have a really high chance of that happening because you have a balls distance to travel to get to the Empire.
Balls distance.
Yeah, Castilian is a 2-week airship travel, meaning you're going to have some rolls to make, and you guys have just, superb rolls for this entire campaign.
They've been so bad.
I bring for luck. I'm always lucky, usually.
I always have horrible luck. I'm like, I have a plus 37 modifier, and I somehow rolled a 12.
Well, and if you guys fuck these rolls up, I'm going to be really disappointed because I quite literally extended a benefit for you. I was like, here's some crew members that will make your lives infinitely easier when you're in the airship.
The second you described what they do, I was like, I don't care how much they cost.
Oh, let's see, because I know if we don't go with the cartographer, terrible things are going to happen while we're traveling. If we don't go with the bartering barbarian, we're probably going to have some like air patrol that's like, oh, you know, just because you illegally came into our airspace, you owe us 100 gold now, or we're going to burn your vessel. And then
Palasir would be like, good luck, and start shooting lasers, and then we would TPK.
and then a dragon lands on the ship and proceeds to start tearing through the hull.
Can't wait for that to happen. That's some shit that's probably going to happen at higher levels. Like, once we level up a little bit more, like, we're going to start getting attacked by dragons in the sky. And Palasir's just like, what? Why?
I will tell you this. You guys, with going to the Empire, the missions you'll be going on, you'll actually be gaining some decent rewards because with it being an Empire city, there's a lot of stuff to do. People that, merchants that need escorts, guards, because they've got various stuff that they're in the midst of selling. You have, of course, all of the different guilds, like the Adventurers Guild. They're all connected. So, by the way, you will be getting your reward. Don't worry about that.
Hey, for killing the guy that gave it to us.
Well, he did leave a reward at the Adventurers Guild. And as far as they're concerned, he left and never came back. So
yeah, fuck him.
I mean, it's already been deposited, and everyone saw you come in and leave with him. So they assumed it was done. You just, after the brawl, you guys never actually collected your money.
Yeah.
So that
also got to finish his food, though, and that's what's important.
Oh, thank goodness. And I got to have an episode where there wasn't combat for once, which is impressive.
Yeah. There was an attack roll.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Initiative was never rolled, so we never technically entered combat.
Well, no. The only way I was going to have it turn into full initiative, because these guys were just general adventurers. Like, these were just some drunk assholes. I wasn't going to have you, it's where it's like, oh, these guys are legendary heroes that just happen to be kind of lechers. And, the buxom lass at the front counter was gone this time, so we're going after the one woman in the bar at the time.
No.
No. So disappointed with life for some reason. Just the way you looked at the popsicle, like, no, go away.
Yummy.
I believe it.
So yeah. But with us going to the big city, what are some of the things you might be expecting or are hoping for? That way I can possibly enable some of these ideas.
Well, Palsier is always interested in culture and knowledge, so he is going to be probably trying to find high-level spellcasters or libraries, things like that, and probably trying to get in with the in crowd so he can get to higher-class establishments if he needs to. He likes cities.
Yeah, it's always good. I'm curious, Rose, what exactly is your intention for the Empire? Are you just exploring, or is there some idea you have in mind?
I pretty much just make friends wherever I go and have fun. But, I also like to help people,
Aw, this is going to be great then, because it sounds to me like what needs to happen is the Bleeding Heart Rose is going to direct the party to helping someone that Palsier's not going to enjoy helping.
I'm going to laser them. As is tradition.
Oh, look, the orphanage outside the city district is under attack by kobolds. What could possibly go wrong?
Palsier just kills everyone with lasers.
Yeah, I pretty much I think I'll be dragging you by your ear to
Very
do
probably,
things.
yes. I picture Palsier sort of like an evil Tony Stark. He likes lasering things, he likes being the center of attention, and he likes manipulating and just generally being charismatic. But he's also a dickhole. So
Pretty
if you've ever
sure.
read Superior Iron Man is generally what Palsier's personality is more like.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm just curious how this is going to go, because this is the first, large city you guys are going to be wandering into, which means I have to go back to my maps and I have to add more stuff, which is going to be a mess.
I'll be excited to get some money and actually go shopping.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
We need stuff.
We need money.
Yeah, we need lots and lots of money so that we can buy neat things. Like chainmail is not acceptable armor. You need better.
That's all I have.
I know. That's why we need to get you an upgrade. Palsier needs shiny rings that do shiny things.
Ooh. Well, I can tell you there's going to be a plethora of places to visit. Everything from I need to come up with a list of various clever and not so clever bar names. This will actually have a full port along with an airship harbor as well. This actually encompasses a part of a coast. So there will be a lot of sea folk along with everything else. And of course, since they're sailors, there's got to be the pleasure district, which I hope Fleck wanders into, because that is going to be hilarious. His big, goofy self wandering through a bunch of brothels.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting. They'll just see him walk in and they just, no.
We've got some
Girls.
half ogres if you would like them.
What is Hweck?
Fleck?
He's a giant. He is a forest giant, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he just looks like a very, very large elf, and despite his immense size, his brain is quite small.
I don't think it's even that he's got a small brain. I think he's, like, with his backstory, he's just very kind of innocent and naive. Just because he went from being just kind of a woods bumpkin into getting picked up by a set of house guards for a high elf family is what happened. He ended up kind of not rescuing the head of the guards. He just kind of got into a fight with something that was attacking one and ended up helping turn the whole thing around a little bit with his assistants. And so they're like, hey, you look like you've got some abilities. Let's see you come in and help us out. And so he's been working as one of the tenants of the royal house, which I'm also looking forward to because he might be able to pull some strings with who he knows.
What I'll be really interested to see is because Dannie rolled so well for her character, like she's very, very well rounded. She's actually more intelligent than Palliser is, and but she is
very bubbly,
and she is really happy and just wants to help everybody. And so Palliser thinks she's dumb as a rock, but she's actually smarter than he is.
Palliser thinks a lot of people are dumb as a rock. And actually,
his values are very different. So, like, he assumes that if anybody's, like, helping someone out of the kindness of their heart, that they're a fucking moron. He's like, why are you trying to get something out of this? Like, this gives you no benefit, you idiot. Like, because that's how he's had to live his whole life.
Well, and like I was saying, too, with the size of this, since this is actually the continent's capital, you do have, like I said, the pleasure district, you have the actual merchants core, but then you also have the religious district, and you have the magisters area as well, which is, there's actually a hall of wizards, there's a hall of warlocks, there's one for each sect of the different magical places. This is a big city, man. Like, this is giant. So
Palliser's definitely going to want to go to the hall of warlocks to see what they're all about.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, just because of the people that are around there and the fact that you are a, follower of Asmodeus.
Yeah.
In this
warlocks
world,
can have, like, tons of different types of patrons. They're definitely not all evil. There's the Great Old One patron, Archfey patrons. Like, Asmodeus is probably the worst of the worst as far as patrons go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but there are plenty of warlocks that are, probably generally nice people.
Yeah, I'm hoping you get to meet the head of the warlocks because she's going to be entertaining to deal with.
I will be interested to see. Palliser is probably also going to ask a lot of questions to people who are more seasoned warlocks that are used to drawing their power from patrons and stuff like that because of his run-ins with Asmodeus, they have been less than pleasant.
Do you all have a way that I can just like take a pill and just sleep without having, encounters?
You like an anti-divine pill? No, we don't fucking have that.
I have my mace.
Whack!
I can just knock him out. I'm sure he'll sleep through it, right? You wake up and Asmodeus is just sitting at the end of by your pillow with your head in his lap going, "Good morning, Starshine."
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that time again. I've been waiting.
Welcome to the jungle!
Oh my god. Palliser wakes up to that just blasting through his room.
He's got an electric guitar. Palliser has no idea what is happening.
There are amplifiers just strung to the ceiling.
You have some kind of magic lute.
Why are there wires coming from it? I'm so confused.
Asmodeus is soloing on an electric guitar. That's what you missed.
Oh.
Yes. there is also an Artificers Guild there as well. So there's this place is
Bustling.
yeah, it's hustling, it's bustling, and it should be a lot of fun. And depending on which routes you go, there is going to be a lot of money to be made and some interesting little rabbit holes to go down before we get back to the main story. That's part of the reason why I was hoping you guys would get steered towards the Empires, because I was like, from here I've got a lot of places I can kind of hither and thither you off to.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I think we're probably gonna look for a lot of work in this area and try and get a good hedge fund going on so we can afford to pay our new crewmen and we can actually get some gear. And it's gonna be good steps in the right direction, I think.
I think so. I feel like it will go well, or it can go really poorly, because you guys have, such a great track record with making friends everywhere you go.
You guys, nothing. Fleck gets thrown out of everywhere we go.
I think the only one that has not had a truly terrible time so far has basically been Null.
Yeah,
and
doing all right.
Yeah, that's probably about to change, because I'm getting ready to kick off his side story, and I'm gonna have fun with it. And his character's gonna experience really, really bad PTSD probably.
I have no idea what to even expect for Rose. She just kind of goes with the flow.
Oh no, I've got a plan for Rose already. Like, I came up with a plan already.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you have a deity that's not a total dickhole.
Oh.
So that is helpful. Deities, even like good aligned deities, will still do things in their interest, and they'll still, like, good deities, instead of like just screwing you over to screw you over, will make you do like incredible, almost impossible tasks as like in their name and stuff like that. That's how good deities screw you over. Like, go kill dragons in my name, and you're like, I'm level 4.
Do it. You've got my blessing.
Know what that means. Go. The deity is just like, quit metagaming and go fight the dragon.
Yeah, with Rose though, she just kind of is like, all right, let's do it.
It's going to be interesting with you meeting your deity too, because I assume it's going to happen at some point, because the rest of us are all meeting, because we've had interactions with gods so much in this campaign, which is very unusual, even for people that have patrons and there are clerics and stuff like that. Interacting with your deity is a rarity. Mm-hmm. Like, you might be able to, like, pray to them, and you might hear like some words, and that's about it. Asmodeus literally like sat on my face and like wrapped me in barbed wire, and I was just like, "Why?
Like,
what
is
this?"
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I'm looking forward to, is the fact that since you really haven't interacted with anyone outside of like bars and the Adventurers Guild so far, aside from, well, no, even when you guys were at Emfral, you did a little bit of interaction, but it was mostly, I'm going to go check out the fights, and then I'm going to check out the celebration, or I'm going to help this innkeep.
Then I'm going to be in a fight.
Yeah, and then I'm going to get in a fight. It's going to be great.
And then the city blew up.
Yeah, and then the city exploded.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it didn't so much explode at first. It was kind of torn apart by some large other aberration being thing.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see more of the crazy alien creatures, or whatever the fuck they are. We're going to have to ask some questions when we get to the capital too, about Emfral, and about if there's been any news from there, because the people we asked in the last town didn't even know what it was. So either they're bumpkins and they don't know anything, or there is some chicanery afoot.
I wonder what it could be, Eric.
I'm going to assume that chicanery is afoot.
I just like that you actually did try to warrant out some guesses as to what the species that attacked Emfral were. And you're like, is it this? And I'm like, it might be, or it might be this. And you're just like, I'm not going to get it.
Be helpful, are you?
No, not even a little bit. I want... All of this is building towards an eventual realization, and I'm not going to spill any of the beans.
There's so many like creatures and beings and stuff that we haven't encountered, and like that people don't know about, like the big women, and And also these like fucking crazy species that we've never seen before are coming in, and then it's just like, hey, I'm a blue guy that the gods don't know about, but I know about them. And it's just like it's like, what in the hell is actually going on?
Well,
so it's got a lot of unanswered questions that I'm excited about.
I'm looking forward to the large city because this is the first time that you guys are probably going to have some issues based on race, honestly. Because with it being such a large area, much like big cities, there are certain neighborhoods that, depending on what you are, you're not supposed to go into.
I'm just going to walk into a half-orc neighborhood, and they're just like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's possible. In Castellian, it's very much possible. There are neighborhoods that it's a single species, and it's understood that you are not supposed to go in there if you exist outside of it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that dynamic, especially with Palisier, who's just like, I can talk my way into anything, right?
Racism, yum.
What are you doing here? Oh, I was just looking for this place. Yeah, it's back that way, boy. Okay, all right.
All right.
I'm gonna go.
It's back the way you came. Now squeal like a pig.
Well, it's also not just the racism, but the fact that now you do have a cleric. Seeing her in something like the Warlock's Guild would be interesting.
Yeah, because religion.
Well, and there is the religious sector, and not every religion is as open as the followers of Selûne. Selûne is, out of the various gods, probably one of the more even-tempered and relaxed.
It's going to be really interesting seeing Palisier run into, like, lawful good paladins that are like, you are a sack of garbage.
Oh, you
I would
mean...
be doing the world a favor killing you. And I'm like,
oh, you mean like the Brotherhood of Tur, which are literally the opposite of Asmodeus?
Yeah.
They're like the lawful order of good and decency and just all law and happiness if you do what we say and you follow our beliefs.
Yeah, that's like, people wonder why Palisier hasn't been super forthcoming talking about himself and what he does. It's because there are people out there that are not a fan.
No.
Oh, you're a follower of the D&D equivalent of Satan? Well, we're gonna burn you alive. It's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna shut up and I'm gonna run.
Well, and there's also one other facet you guys haven't gotten into, which because of Fleck and his background, you're going to, which is you are going to encounter, especially in a city this big, you're going to encounter royals. And not all of the houses, while there is a brokered peace, not everybody gets along with each other.
Yeah, I'm foreseeing at some point having to be like, oh, these are my servants, don't worry about them. Or if we go into a bad neighborhood, like, God, I don't even know how we would do that. It'd probably just be like, all right, we're going in guns ablazing. Like, this is going to be horrible.
You see windows start opening in the upper reaches of the other buildings and people just start drawing crossbows out the windows. You're like, oh.
Oh, good. This is good. Let's get the fuck out of here.
We fucked up. We fucked up bad. We have to leave now.
That's why I got a teleportation spell. It's not teleportation. It's like Shadow Step or Misty Step or one of those. So I can just be like, all right, bye.
You just say goodbye.
Palisier needs one.
You just pop deuces and just fade away.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, it should be interesting. I have a lot more writing to do. Last night I was doing writing, but it was for the other campaign. But I got a lot done on that, so
That's awesome.
I'm making progress on a lot of things right now. Good Lord, I've got all these plates that I'm just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning.
I've been playing the Marvel's Avengers beta, and it's an absolute blast.
Oh, I looked at picking that up.
Highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of RPG elements. There's skill trees. There's gear. It's a lot of fun, and it's got a decently high skill cap if you want to get good scrub.
Get good scrub. Really, we're doing a get good scrub about a Marvel game? This is different,
dude. Seriously, I've never played a Marvel game like it. And the way that each character handles is a ton of fun. Like, you feel like you're playing as that character, not like it's a clone of one of the others, where it's just like, press X for light attack, press Y for heavy attack. That is the button layout, but like when you're playing as Hulk, you press Y, and he's just like, all right, I'm literally going to rip the ground out of the ground and smash you in the face with it. And you're just like, okay. And like you can fly around as Tony Stark and like blast stuff as you're flying, and it's extremely smooth. And I can't wait for the full game. I'm really excited about it. So shameless plug.
I'm about to say, I like how we just completely plugged this game, which I mean, I guess is good because it's free advertising. It's free real estate. But yeah. So that being said, I believe that we have exhausted any recap, which there wasn't much recap. It was mostly talk about what's potentially coming up in the next area.
New character that has tits, which is always good.
But don't mention the tits; she'll get angry.
Yeah, she'll smash you and smash your collarbone with a mace.
So what I'm sensing here is we definitely have to have everyone go through the brothels and people offering money for your fully. This is what's gonna be hilarious. Is she's gonna be fully armored, and there's got to be a random like drunk guy that's like, "Oh, are you one of them dominatrix peoples?"
And you're like, what?
and Flex confused, Null's embarrassed, and Rose just start reaching for her maze. Palsier's like, no, not again.
Palsier's just laughing. He goes, yeah, she probably would be. Oh god, she's gonna kill them.
Which will get him killed. He's like,
Yeah, Null's just gonna be like, no, and then he's gonna blow his puppet up, and it's gonna be fine for everyone, right?
And then Palsier just sitting in the corner, just, that's about right.
So, is there anything else? Oh, Jesus. Is there anything else anyone would like to offer into this?
No. I'm just excited to see where the party goes. I'm excited for the new member. I'm excited she has tits. Palsier doesn't care either way. But, no, I think it'll be a good time. I think it'll add more dimension to the combat. I think now that we're at level 5, that's going to add a ton more dimension to the combat. We all got some utility stuff. We all got some upgrades. We all got some, more versatility. Like I got my level 3 spell, which is handy.
Fleck is no longer useless against ghosts.
Fleck is no longer useless against everything, hopefully.
I mean,
it's a rock golem. I'm going to punch it. God damn it, Fleck.
I mean, he's a monk. Level 5 for monks are huge. That's a massive jump in power. So
you were saying that now his punches should count as magical weapons.
Yes,
right?
He should have magical attacks now.
awesome.
Just because they're counted as being infused with his chi is what it is. So he's just like glowy hands, whack, 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 whack.
I am the Iron Fist. You're also very tall. Yes. No, because up to this point, it's been like, I'm trying to punch ghosts. I'm trying to punch wraiths. I'm trying to punch everything that's like either immune or resistant to bludgeoning damage. My one trick is not working. I'm going to keep going.
I mean, you guys did go at, like, I gave you, I think it was 3 different options. You could have gone after the first 2 and then gone after the Ghosty Goo Manor.
Are you kidding? No. Ghost Manor all day. I do not regret that decision at all. I got an amazing painting out of it. I am putting that up in the airship first thing.
God. I was hoping you forgot about it. I was really hoping that Palsier forgot about that.
She hasn't seen it, nor does she remember what it was. So I don't know if she saw the stream where we got it either. So she's going to get to see it, and you get to describe it to her.
Oh, I have to describe that again. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
No. I hated
the best loot we've come across.
Hey, Jason, how come every time I see you, more of you is shaven?
Yeah, that's the last thing we need to discuss is Jason's constantly changing hair situation. So first it was beard, then it was mustache, then mustache was gone, and then he went overboard and copied my style.
Well, it's because I actually have secret hair leprechauns that are coming shaving my head every time I sleep. It's a terrible experience.
So you're almost non-existent eyebrows next?
No, those are those are never going away. I am not pulling a Super Saiyan 3 where inexplicably my eyebrows completely disappear.
But your power level will go up by a lot.
Oh, I know, right? No, the beard will be coming back. I just shaved it into a mustache to terrify my players for a little bit because I knew they would be upset with it.
Mission accomplished.
Dude,
we were very upset.
Total Nigel Thornberry.
I know, it was wonderful.
It was maximum Nigel.
Oh, yeah. Well, and it was bad too because I actually was on this weird little step where I shaved just this part at first, so it went into the rest, and I was like, "Oh, I could just keep that. It would have been terrible."
Yes. Oh my god!
Or I
that's-
just unhandle.
That's what I was kind of going for, and then I decided against it, and I'm reconnecting
Because
now.
for you, it's a
You just
terrible
need to twirl it up.
decision.
Just the twirl.
I am the villain.
And then the mustache had to go away because I hated the mustache. It served its purpose, and then it had to die.
Yes.
Die,
I hope
die,
you ripped
die.
it off your face and then punched it to death.
I actually put it on a curb outside my house, and I just started curb stomping
You
it.
American Psycho.
American Psycho X'd it.
Or,
Wow,
God.
what a... Wow!
American history.
So I curb stomped it while wielding a chainsaw over my head and cutting it while monologuing? Is that how that works?
I'm trying to see if I could add any more movies into that. I like the combination of American Psycho and American History X.
American Psycho X. There's gotta be... There's
It's
gotta
Christian
be...
Bale, but now he's a Nazi.
Oh no. He's only targeting female Jews. That's all it is at this point.
That's it.
No, and the hair, Danny, the hair left because my daughter, thanks to her lovely mother, has developed lice and decided to spread them over to me. And so the easiest solution for me...
I saw your hair, and I actually thought, I was like, someone's got lice.
Not anymore.
Like, as a parent, you just kind of... I thought Elise did at one point, and
It's
I
awful.
was freaking out. I didn't know. Thankfully, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But
I could have gone through the whole combing thing and everything, but as a guy, I'm like, no, I'm just shaving my head and being done with this.
It's the way to do it.
It'll grow back. I'm not that worried about it. Plus,
Indeed.
I was planning on buzzing it short. I was just like, this is just, one phase lower.
Yeah. Well, all right. On that note, I think we should probably sign off. This has been Eric Heimerman and his lovely wife, Danny.
And this has been Jason Klein, your resident DM and tormentor of Palasier. Only Palasier. I'm only going to give PTSD to Palasier from now on.
And Sybil Rose.
No. The hugs, honestly, the hugs are worse than the Asmodeus.
I don't know. I'm
I tried to run away. And
I'm a
Rose
really
was like,
big
"No."
fan of the Fleck and Rose cover band that has formed aboard the ship.
Yes.
I think this needs to be a recurring theme. Like when you guys go to taverns, you just work for your drinks. You just jump on the stage. You're like, hi.
And Palliser is just sitting in the back, I'm not even mad. I want to be mad, but it's pretty damn good.
It's okay. Well, see, the thing is, it was good that time. I'm gonna make them roll a performance check every time. Every time, because I don't think they're actually proficient.
Zero modifier. No, neither of them I think are proficient, and I think both of them have a 0 modifier for.
What's it based off of?
Charisma.
I have +1 on charisma.
Okay, so Danny has a +1.
Yeah, but they don't get a proficiency bonus, so this could be.
You know who does? This guy.
So, are you gonna be lead harmonica?
Fuck no.
Well, no, you're evil, so it's got to be an accordion, right?
Yes.
It's just angrily
just angry face.
And on that note, and that horrifying image. Oh my god.
So you're all like spreading your face.
Palasier.
Just like, that's amazing.
Palasier the half-elf just wandering around town, just delivering bagpipe music to everybody.
Forcefully and without consent. Listen to my bagpipes. And they're like, ah! That's really good, actually.
Isn't that
But
all bagpipe players? It's really just forced upon everybody.
yeah, pretty much.
Well, there's
just like, did a cop die? Like, what is happening?
no one really requests bagpipes. Like, I don't think, aside from when I went to Scotland, I don't think there was ever a time where I walked into a bar and was like, man, I really hope they have a bagpipe player today.
Yeah, my dad tried making us do that, and he wanted to wear a kilt
Yeah, your dad.
for our wedding.
Your dad likes gimmicks.
Yeah.
He likes gimmicky things. Oh,
Yay
God.
for gimmicks. We're going to end the episode on gimmicks. Yay. My favorite. And on that note, we're the Dungeoneers of Depravity. Have a great time. Come roll with us again. We love you all. Please don't fear our bagpiping skills
Gang
or lack of.
signs. Gang signs.
No. Bye. Bye.